The next important step is make sure your .gitignore file has all the information it needs to ignore the files that are unnecessary to go up to the repository or down to a local machine. So the very first thing you need to do is to open the repository that you just created. In this case, I have OP244, and you have the gitignore here. Click on gitignore, and your gitignore will appear over here. Then open a new tab, go to github.com, and say Seneca 244200. Depending on which organization you are right now, go to that one. So I'm in Seneca 244200, so go there and just click on workshops. As soon as you click on workshops, if you come down over here, you see there is a gitignore over there. Copy the content of that gitignore, everything that it has over there, copy it and paste it in your own. So I'm going to copy that, then come back to my own. I'm going to edit the gitignore, Control A, Control V. So I literally copied everything from there, and I'm going to go commit changes. And in the commit over here, I'm going to write updated gitignore with the school gitignore. Oh, updated gitignore with the school workshop. Something like that, whatever. So you see what it is. These comments that you put later on, you can come back to and see what the changes are. I'm sure that your professor is going to demonstrate that. So commit changes, and as soon as we do this, you will see that it is done. So if I now go back to the repository again, if you see over here, it says updated gitignore with school, it means this file's last update is that. If you click on it, then you will see that it shows all the changes. The best way to actually, let me just click on dismiss over here. The best way to actually look at this demonstration of what are the changes, we call this diff, is to click on three dots, on the gear for setting and click on split. Split puts it in two separate lines. So left one is what it was, right one is what it is. So at left one, this is what you had before, and right side it is. So it essentially shows what is being updated to, the stuff that are changed. So it shows what's added to your gitignore and what it had before. Anyways, so this is your so if you click on expand lines, it actually shows exactly what exactly it was and what was added. So this is what you had before, and these are the information that I added, extra information that are added for visuals, video, Xcode, CodeLight, or anything that the files are supposed to be ignored. This is very helpful, especially when you go through your workshops. If you want to remember what you have done yesterday, you can simply come back to your commits and take a look at what was changed from the previous version to the current one. So that's it. This is how you update your gitignore to make sure only necessary files are uploaded or downloaded from the repository, or in Git terminology is pushed to the repository or pulled from repository.